who's taking it?
Yes.
As you wish to tell, my dear. I bet I've no choice, madam. This is the opening of my favorite novel, Pride and Prejudice. The story is all about a misunderstanding between Miss Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy, because of the awful experience they met in the first time. Miss Elizabeth tends to judge people by the first impressions, and she always judges people on a Pride and Prejudice basis. How can you blame her? Mr. Darcy is handsome but far too proud to interact with, and he is a little bit antisocial, which makes him easy to left a bad impression on strangers. So how many of you are just like Miss Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy? So, little do people know that this novel is also originally titled as First Impressions. So ladies and gentlemen, my topic today is to teach you how to build a great first impression. You suppose I was gonna say that, right? Sorry, I'm going to let you down. Because I have known that you already understand how important first impression is. So what I'm gonna say today is how to twist the first impressions that others gave you. It only takes us 7 seconds to build a first impression, which means you could ruin yourself in 7 seconds. Or you could lose a possible friend within 7 seconds. Believe or not, I remember the first impression of each of you gave me. It's true. Do you want to know?
Yes.
Sure. But no, I'm not going to tell you. Why? Because the best way to ruin a relationship is to tell the truth. So I'm not going to tell you. I cannot lose you guys. But do you really want to know?
Yes.
Okay, you forced me to do this. Your first impression to me is, you look stupid, you look nasty, you are out of control, you are insane, your handshakes on stage, you had no hairs. Do you know that? Did I just lose you guys?
No.
You forced me to. That is how we judge people when we first met someone. So quickly, so subjectively. So how can you believe in the first impression? So think about this. If I totally believe the first impression you gave me and turn my back on you, what would happen? This reminds me 2 years ago when I met someone for the very first time. She is my classmate. And I got to say, she is the coldest person I have ever met before. How cold is she? She is as cold as an iceberg, I have to say. But you know me, I like to challenge people. So I decided to break the ice and make a self-introduction. Hi, how are you? I'm Evelyn. Nice to meet you. You are my classmate, right? Oh, what a coincidence meeting you here. Yeah. But look, this is a really good club. I mean, how can people keep talking English for 3 hours? I can't believe it. It's so impossible. So what? No, but I think I will join this club eventually, but I'm afraid my English is not good enough for the stage. True. Our conversation is just like that. It's just like there is a warning sign on her head and said, "Hi, but I don't want to talk to you." The first thing coming to my mind is, how can she do this to me? How rude she is. Why is she so proud to talk with? I can never get along with people like this. But you know me. I reject anything negative in my life. So I decided to observe her for a few times. But guess what I found? I found that the coldness she appears just because she's jittery. She is so nervous talking with people. So here I come. I decided to talk to her one more time. Although she's still cold, but I decided to talk with her. This time with my passion and my jacket. The girl I thought I can never make friends with become my best friend in college. Is that right, Debbie?
No.
Have you ever believed in the first impression so easily and turn your back on someone just because you make a quick judgment in your mind? People tend to pretend themselves, especially with a stranger. The first impression you see is just the surface. You need to read deeper through the surface, which needs a lot of observations. We're so lazy observing people because it's far easier to sitting down there and just judging people like general evaluator. Sometimes we judge people just to make ourselves feel better. You can lose your Mr. Darcy if you tend to judge people by the small picture you see of them. Or you could easily lose Miss Elizabeth if you tend to belittle people before you get to know them. Guess what's the ending of Pride and Prejudice? They both changed. They throw away their judgment and their pride. We fell in love because they have learned to see people by their heart rather by their eyes. So that is what I learned. I want you to observe people more rather than to judge. Give your first impression a second chance and make sure you lose no one precious in your life. Toastmaster of Evelyn.